Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna do my brisket recipe. This is 3 pounds of brisket. I get it at my local Albertsons and it's the one that has the less fat. That way you don't have to shave it off. But you can purchase any brisket you like and you wanna make sure you leave a little bit of the fat in the back. I'm gonna be using my Pressure Pro. I've had this one for a while. It works really good. You can make chicken, you can make anything in a really short time. So instead of doing it in the oven that takes 3 to 4 hours, you can do this in 1 hour, which is pretty cool. So for the dry rub recipe, I use some of the brown sugar for that rub. I get this one from the Signature Select at Albertsons. You can use any kind. And then you're gonna need some salt. It can be sea salt as well. And there's some onion powder. I use garlic powder, some mustard, ground mustard, black pepper, white pepper, this is optional, and some thyme. Okay guys, so this recipe is 3 pounds of brisket that you're gonna need. So if you wanna make more, just double on the ingredients I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna start with the sugar. It says to use about 2 teaspoons of the sugar. So I'm gonna fill out my spoon. 1, and this is gonna sweeten up the meat. It gives it that smoky sweet flavor. And 2, and this I'm gonna be mixing all the dry rub spices in this bowl, and then I'm gonna go over and mix it together. Then you're gonna need some salt. There you go. So you're gonna need about 2 teaspoons of the salt for a 3 pound brisket. If you use sea salt, I recommend you do 1. It's a little stronger. Then you're gonna get your onion powder and you're gonna put 1 teaspoon of the onion powder in the dry mix. Then you're gonna get your garlic powder and you're gonna put 1 teaspoon of the garlic powder in there. It's 2 teaspoons of the ground mustard. This one gives it a tangy flavor. You're gonna use 1 teaspoon of the black pepper and 1 teaspoon of the white pepper. I like using the white pepper just to give it that extra seasoning taste. For the thyme, if you don't like it that much, if it's a little too strong, just go with the 1/2 teaspoon with that one. Once your mix is ready, you're gonna mix it all together. I'm gonna use a whisk just to combine all the ingredients together, kind of break down that sugar. You usually get stuck. Once it's ready to go, you're gonna rub it on your brisket. Make sure for the brisket that you pat dry it before rubbing it and take that excess moisture out so that way the spices go in the meat properly. So you're gonna grab some paper towels, you're gonna pat dry it. Make sure you do both sides. Just like that. And once it's dry, this brisket was in the refrigerator overnight, so I thawed it out, left it in the refrigerator, took it out 30 minutes before. It released all the moisture. So you grab the dry mix and I'm gonna start at the bottom part, the fat side, and you're just gonna rub it into your brisket. Make sure you kind of push in a little bit so that it locks into the meat, just like that. And you flip it over and you continue rubbing it like that. Depending on your InstaPot, or if you have one like mine, the Professional Pro, you want to make sure you can cut it in half so it fits properly. But if you have a bigger one, you can just put the entire thing together. I think on mine, I might need to slice it in half, and mine's pretty large. So most InstaPots run a little bit small. So you can chop this up as needed to make sure that it fits in the pot correctly. And you want to make sure you get all the rub even on the sides of the brisket so that all the meat gets a little bit of that flavor. I also grabbed an onion. It's half an onion and I chopped it in big chunks so that you can put it in the InstaPot. When you're pressure cooking, it's gonna release the flavor and go into the meat. Make sure that your InstaPot is really hot. That way it makes the crust nice and even. You do it about 3 minutes on each side and repeat through the whole process through every piece of brisket. This is before you start pressure cooking it. So you're gonna grab your chopped onion and you're gonna put it, once this is brown, the brisket, you're gonna just throw it in here. And then this is a ketchup, half a cup of ketchup and half a cup of hot sauce. You can use whatever hot sauce you like or you prefer, or you can skip that step if you prefer that. And I'm just gonna put this mix in here. You can also use barbecue sauce. I've seen some people use it, but it's up to preference. And the final step is you add 2 cups of water to all of this. And then you're gonna cover your pressure cooker. Make sure you seal it correctly. Seal the vent. And then on mine, it tells you what you're making. So I'm making meat and I wanna make it well done. So I press this twice and it should be about an hour and 30 minutes for the amount of brisket I put in here. Usually in the oven, it takes about 3 hours. Once it's ready to go, check the temperature of your brisket with the meat thermometer so you can make sure that the meat is fully cooked. That's the cool thing about the pressure cooker, that it cuts the time in half. So this is how the brisket came out looking. It is super soft and pretty much shredding on its own. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see a lot of more of these recipes. I'll keep posting as I go. Thank you.